students, the second poem, Fire and Ice, is also by Robert Frost, and let us see what this poem has to offer. Okay, so in this poem, students, the poet talks about the two different beliefs regarding the end of this world. He says that he is in the favor of those who say this world will end in fire, as he has seen the effect and result of uncontrolled and unending desires. The poet finds the human desire same as fire in its nature. Clear? On the other hand, the second belief tells that ice is sufficient for destroying this world, and the poet compares the nature of ice with hatred. Okay, so fire is for desire and ice is for coldness of heart, that is hatred. As ice can make a part of the body numb with its prolonged contact like hatred, it can also give numbness to our mind and thoughts and make us insensitive and cruel. This is what the poet thinks. Okay, then the poet brings us into the middle of an argument between people who think the world will come to an fiery end and people who think the world will freeze. Okay, so this is by Danto's poem wherein he believes that we will be punished either in fire or in ice. Okay, he could be talking about the literal end of the world, but he is also talking about the power that human beings have to harm or destroy one another. That is what the entire point is all about. Okay, student? Then students, the poet experiences with the romantic desire has taught him that passion or hot emotions like love and lust would probably have the power to turn the earth into a big fireball. This is what he thinks. But he has also experienced the other extreme, that is of ice, and he knows that colder emotions like hatred have greater destructive power than fire. So he is in favor of fire. Okay. So he then feels that love gets all the publicity, but hate is the silent killer. He feels this. Okay. It may not have the same grandeur as the fireball ending, but it will do the trick. What? The ice. That's why he is in favor of world ending in fire. Now let us understand this poetry line by line. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Okay, so here students, the end of the world could mean doom or the apocalypse as stated in religious texts like Bible. Okay, so it could be a celestial happening as stated by the astronomer mentioned earlier, and this extract is from Danto as I told you earlier. Okay, it could also be a natural calamity happening on earth itself like volcanoes or forest fires or the ice age. Okay, it could also mean students man-made destruction of the world because man's greed or animosity leading to global warming or nuclear war is something that is taken into consideration, since Robert Frost was a modern American poet. Okay, so it also points out to the collapsing of the world around the person because of his mistakes owing to similar reasons. Okay, the poet has demarcated the reason of his destruction into two major schools of thought. One is in favor of fire, that is too much of lust, one extreme, and the other is in favor of ice, that is too much of coldness or hatred, that is the other extreme. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Okay, so here the poet is what it means to have desire. From a poet's knowledge and experience of this feeling and the havoc it can cause to a person if done in excess, he agrees that desire can be a cause of destruction. Okay, fire is used in reference to the animal tendencies in all of us, that is, in all our human beings. All these emotions are associated with heat or anger or lust or too much of love. Okay. Here, desire could mean too much of ambitions, aspirations, gluttony, greed, lust, etc. Okay, we commit mistake or to say students sins in running after our desires, he feels. We do not see that it can harm other people, plants, animals or nature if we blindly go after it. Okay, so excess of greed, lust, aspirations, desire make us do that. Excessive emphasis on desire is what keeps us from experiencing pure joy and bliss. This is what the poet feels. Then the poet says that he also has experienced the negative feelings like hatred himself and also in people around him, that is coldness of heart or hatred inside, and not responding to any of the emotions. Okay, he is showing up to have this feeling himself, so we can also say that he is being very honest with us. Okay, so he says hatred is taken to be an ice cold emotion, and it could also be that he has received this emotion from someone and knows what wrong it can do. When you become selfish and think only about yourself, you don't care about anyone else. Okay, let us understand why he has associated hatred with ice, and also why destruction by ice is following destruction by fire. So he says you have a fit of rage, which is heated feeling. Okay, then it keeps smoldering inside you, and finally you become impervious to love. Okay, you become indifferent, uncaring, and devoid of positive feelings. Thus hatred destroys the very humanity in you. If love is lost, everything is lost, and this is a great recipe for an impending disaster, he feels. Okay, the final line says and would suffice to say for destruction ice is also great, and destruction by ice would also suffice. Now this line lingers in the mind and makes your hair stand on their ends. Why? Because as you read, it frightens you and makes you shudder to think that the very inadequacies and imperfections in human nature could boomerang on us and lead to our destruction. This poem makes us think deeper about our negativity. It propels us towards introspection, students. Okay, what we can learn from it is that we should strive to keep human values alive as long as possible. We should keep our desires and hatred in check. Desires can be controlled by being satisfied and happy with what one has. Love for all living being and nature can be an antidote for the venom of hatred. Okay, so this was the entire poem and the core and the crux of it. I'll be sharing the notes and the question answers with you in Naresa's classes. Till then, take care.